This principle of reversibility. According to this principle of reversibility, path of light ray is reversible. Means, suppose light ray travels from air to glass, AO as an incident ray, OB as a refracted ray. If this ray wants to go back from glass to air, so it will retrace its path. It will go back in the same path as it will enter in a glass. That is called principle of reversibility. Means path of light ray is reversible. So what is the use of this? Suppose first light ray travels from air to glass. So we will find out the refractive index of glass with respect to air. Formula you know, Snell's law, sin I upon sin R. But now light ray travels from glass to air with the same path. So now we will find out the refractive index of air with respect to glass. So firstly, what is in the glass? That will come at the topmost, sin R upon sin I. So multiply first and second. Refractive index of glass with respect to air into refractive index of air with respect to glass. So we will multiply both sin I upon sin R into sin R upon sin I. So net result you know well, that is 1. So refractive index of glass with respect to air into refractive index of air with respect to glass is equal to 1. So net result, refractive index of glass with respect to air is equal to 1 upon refractive index of air with respect to glass. What I have done? I have done nothing. I take this factor on that side, that will come in the denominator. So what is the use of this? Suppose you know refractive index of glass with respect to air, as I already told you, 3 into 10 raised to power 8 upon 2 into 10 raised to power 8, net result 3 upon 2. And refractive index of air with respect to glass, obviously 2 into 10 raised to power 8 upon 3 into 10 raised to power 8, means simply reverse this. 3 upon 2 as a 2 upon 3. So if we know refractive index of air with respect to glass and we want to find out refractive index of glass with respect to air, we will not find it separately. We simply reverse this. That is the use of this principle of reversibility. Next topic is refraction through a glass slab. That's very important topic that we will do in the lab also, experimentally this thing. But time being, I will explain its theory. Means we will understand how refraction occur glass slab. Diagram is very important, as theoretical part you can ignore. So firstly I will consider this glass slab, rectangular shape, otherwise that is 3-dimension diagram, that is cuboid, but I just take is the front face. So here light ray suppose this is the first surface PQ, this is the incident ray AO, here the interface surface, here I will draw the normal. As you know, light ray travels from air to glass, rare to denser, bends towards the normal like this. This is angle of incidence I, incident ray, refracted ray, this is angle R. Here again we will draw the normal. Now glass to air bends away from the normal. This is B and this is C. So in this way, AO as incident ray, OB as refracted ray, BC as emergent ray. On the basis of this, I as angle of incidence, R as angle of refraction. This is angle E, angle of emergence. So now we will study lateral displacement. So this path covered by the light ray due to refraction. If refraction will not be there, then how this light will travel? It will go straight. As usual, the first property of the light, rectilinear propagation of light, light always travels in a straight line. But due to refraction, it will follow path like this. So that means it will deviate from its path up to this extent. This xy. If refraction will not be there, light will go straight, but due to refraction it will follow this path. So lateral displacement is xy. So lateral displacement is the displacement between the incident ray move forward and emergent ray. Perpendicular distance between the incident ray and the emergent ray, that is called lateral displacement. And the special case in this slab, I always equal to E, angle of incidence is equal to angle of emergence, and incident ray parallel to emergent ray. Remember these 2 points, important one. Lateral displacement factors I will explain now. So first factor is the thickness of glass slab, directly proportional. More thickness, more lateral displacement. Second is angle of incidence. Again directly proportional. If this I will increase, lateral displacement will also increase. Third is the refractive index. As concerned to refractive index, I already told you in case of Wiebe Gear. So I explained violet refractive index maximum, red refractive index minimum. As a result, lateral displacement of violet is maximum, whereas lateral displacement of red is minimum.